Rich and the boom, boom, rich and the boom.
Place known as the United States of America, a war was brewing. Brainwashed Marxist idiots in colleges across the nation clashed with equally brainwashed, anime-obsessed neo-Nazis. Starbucks windows were shattered, Dodge Challengers were totaled, and Muslims realized that rental vans were cheaper than plane tickets. Skinny, anemic millennials from coast to coast were hospitalized with life-changing injuries such as sprains and first-degree burns. And the heroic knights of 4chan rose up to defeat Shia LaBeouf and drive the evil villain into a descent towards a madness the likes from which he would never recover.
No, easy, hold on. Stop!
As the enemies of freedom destroy the cities that raised them, as America begins to resemble an Iron Maiden album come to life, two heroes have risen up to fight against the culture of utter madness and restore sanity the only way they know how.
What the fuck?
By refusing to take any of it seriously. Mersh.
Buzzer, what is
Sure.
up with Tarantino, man?
What?
What happened to him?
People say I got a real twisted sense of humor.
He looks like he should be on the back of a $10 bill.
Oh my God.
Royce Lopez.
I don't know what it is about him.
Hola, me llamo Royce.
Maybe I'm sick of hearing about him.
Yeah, I don't like hot hair.
Maybe it's his face. He's a punchable face.
You wouldn't download a pig, would you?
He's done nothing to me. He's probably a nice guy.
I don't care.
I don't know what it is about the guy.
Big Cranberry has been lying to you.
Bound forever by their mutual love of smoking marijuana, Simpsons references and affection towards Alex Jones, these two men have joined forces to bring you uncut news and opinions directly from the belly of the beast.
He looks like he should be flying a kite with a fucking key on it. Brendan says he hasn't been able to use the N-word for a while. That's the source of his youth.
Saving Western civilization one childish dick joke at a time. Here they are, your new heroes of the Imperium, Mersh and Royce.
Hola, gay boys. Welcome, everybody, back. The greatest show on the internet, ladies and gentlemen. It's Revenge of the Sis. Hey, yo. Bop, 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 bop. Boom, 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 boom.
Turn your send down just a little bit.
Can we get some of that lame Allegiant Stadium pyro?
There we go. Okay, got it.
I think that's cheaper than the T-Mobile Arena pyro.
I'll let you know about the audio being a little weird. I don't know if it might be Zoom. It might not be it might just be Zoom's being weird right now. I've been having issues with it all morning. All right, I'll let you know. Yeah, we're back. We're back. We got a lot of sun.
We're back from Mania.
We got a lot of sun.
We didn't go to Mania.
We didn't. We didn't go to Mania. We didn't.
I think what we did was infinitely better.
What we did was absolutely better. We went to.
I actually had people that went to Mania that I explained to them what we did, and they were jealous.
So we went to the Circa, and which is the only new hotel in Old Vegas.
Is it new?
Yeah. It's the only new hotel in Old Vegas. That's why it looked nice.
That makes sense now. That does make sense because I just every time we went to Circa, I was like, this isn't as dumpy as the rest of Fremont.
Yeah, notice the bathrooms look newer. Everything was newer. It's newer. It might have been an old shell, but it was like basically completely redone. So, what we went to go watch Mania, and what we did in years past, and it's always worked, but we didn't take one thing into account is that we were in Vegas. Now, they're not, by the way, they didn't sell out. There's already photos online of all the blacked out areas that they covered up to make it look like they were sold out. So they weren't sold out. But normally what we do is when we went to Philly or when we went to Dallas the day of. Actually, Alex Stein taught us this trick. The day of, you just go on StubHub and there's people just. When we went to the Dallas one, that's the cheapest WrestleMania I ever went to. It was $50 each. I'm not kidding. It was literally $50.
But that was when it was still like in a dark period wrestling. Like nobody really gave a shit about wrestling yet.
Yeah.
So it was pretty cheap.
Yeah.
Hey, Bappa, your premium playlist is still playing.
On Daywave? What are you talking about?
There's something playing
in the
over
background?
You talking. I'm listening to the stream right now.
Oh, my God. Give me a second.
Thank you, Miami MILF.
This is embarrassing. Give me a second. I know what's going on. Un momento, por favor. So here's what happened. I had a Daywave. That should have stopped it, by the way. I had.
You were just running up the premium.
Well, yeah, I should be fixed now. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. Well, good. You got an extra show.
You're getting 2 shows at once.
Yeah. Anyway, let's try this again. So normally, what we do is when we go to Vegas and we go to by the way, if you're listening to the replay later, here's the funny part: the way this thing is set up, if you listen to the podcast later, you're not going to hear Daywave. So you're going to go, "What the fuck are they talking about? Daywave's not playing," because it's only through OBS, right? So only anything through OBS has because I have a VLC player for like the replays. And I just forgot to mute it this morning.
So you're saying that they're going to miss out on podcast plus podcast equals podcast?
Studies show that our listeners
love podcasts.
Love podcast.
We should do that. Is that transformative if we take other people's podcasts and mash them up?
Mm-hmm. Wow, there you go.
Like, can we just play like Tom Segura and Bert Kreischer over Joe Rogan?
Yeah.
That's transformative.
Yeah. Anyway, what were we saying? Oh, so Norm. Okay, let's try this again. What do you say we take 2 on this one? Okay, that way everyone can hear us, not just the podcasting people. So, podcasting people, bear with us. You're going to hear the same thing real quick again. So, normally when we go to Mania, we go to we get the tickets a day of. We learned that from Alex Stein. Like the first time we went, and yes, wrestling wasn't as good. We got it for $50. But even when we went to Philly, and wrestling was pretty much back. We got it for like $100,
Yeah, but at that point, wrestling was back, but we were in Philly.
Mm-hmm.
So the price
and
was
that's
still
the problem, or what happened in Vegas. There were plenty of tickets, but nobody was letting them go for less than like $300 for like shit seats. And I'm like, and mind you, it was like 7-8 of us going, and we're like, what are we doing? So. I look online and there's this, and Circa has this place called Stadium Swim, and I have a video here. I have a video of Stadium Swim. This is where we watched WrestleMania. That screen there, and we were in the pool. There were so many wrestling fans there, by the way. And what was cool, every time they would go do like a commercial, they would just like play, a DJ would play music and stuff like that.
Well, if you notice too, they kind of just ditched that idea in night 2.
Mm-hmm.
Like night 2, they were like, all right, we're just going to leave the commercial. Because there were no, like night 2 was just all promo packages.
Yeah.
So they were like, just leave the TV on.
Yeah.
Dude, it was huge though. It was a pretty nutty turnout. Like I said, everybody I spoke to that I was like, were you there in person? They were like, yeah. And I was like, yeah, we found $50 tickets to a pool party. It was like, just watch it on a giant screen and sit in a pool and drink booze.
No, it was kind of cool. It really was. It was fun. We had a good time. The food was good too.
They had these frozen drinks that were tight.
Oh my god, the female bartenders there were so fucking hot.
Yeah, the female bartender, they had these like frozen margarita-y drinks.
Yeah.
I got like a watermelon. Oh man, those things were fire. But yeah, it was a great Mania. It was the first like pay-per-view wrestling-wise that I didn't complain once.
Yeah.
I liked the whole thing from beginning to end.
I mean, being in a pool surrounded by women in thongs, watching WrestleMania is definitely better than being surrounded by a bunch of smelly marks. I'll tell you that. You know.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Vegas is something else. Like it's wrestling fans are gay now too. Like, you know, you walk. They're all lefty idiots. You know. And
Yeah, they all fucking. That's why, because remember, there was rumors that Trump was going to go there, and then we realized he wasn't, and we're like, yeah, I mean, he's just going to get booed anyway by these homos.
Yeah,
it's not UFC.
No, yeah, exactly. So he's not going to. But when the other Vegas is a weird fucking town, man. I got to tell you, it's fun. Don't get me wrong. So you know, we did that for both nights of that, and it was a lot of fun. Sulk, Frozen, and Hammy, the day one, did some Man on the Street interviews, which are fucking great. Hammy's cutting those up. I'll have those out soon. Did some Man on the Street interviews, which, dude, some of the fucking people there, like, wrestling fans are straight up autists now. Like, it's embarrassing. Like, I'll be honest.
Very awkward.
I'll be honest with you, dude. It's embarrassing. Like, it's embarrassing walking around and going like, oh, man, I watch the same thing as these guys watch. You know?
Yeah, but I mean, we're not walking around with fucking replica belts and, you know what I mean? Like, bloodline shirts and, you know, it's a difference.
Yo, black dudes love replica belts, bro. Black
Yeah, I know.
dudes. Look, replica belts used to be a thing for like nerdy little kids, like nerdy little white kids. It's
always black kids now.
No, not even kids, dude.
Black adults,
Black fucking adults. And I'm not, listen, this is the thing I don't fucking get. Black people, I don't understand this. What's with the hair? No, I'm kidding. What's...
Why is my dog barking at your replica belt?
I mean, seriously. Even when they get the U.S. title, they turn it into a spinner belt. So they're meant, and mind you, I'm not talking about. You saw them, Mersh. I'm not talking about like weebs with belts. You know, like black anime guys. I'm talking about there's like straight up black dudes with like
Hood black guys,
neck tattoos, bro. Like neck tattoos and face tattoos that are also doing the fucking Uso thing and a replica belt. I'm like, what a weird world that is. That you're some fucking hood dude, but you're walking around with a replica belt.
Yeah, if you notice too, they never nobody ever walks around with like replica UFC belts.
No.
Right? Because you have to earn those. Like you'll probably get your ass beat carrying one of those, but a fake belt's fine. I've noticed too when it comes to black wrestling fans, they don't need to have a belt or any identifying wrestling stuff on for me to spot a black wrestling fan.
Now that being
I
said,
was spotting them all weekend in Vegas. I'm like, that guy's here for Mania, and he wouldn't have
of course,
wrestling shit on. But I'd go, that particular black guy, he's got tickets to both nights. Like I'm just looking at him, and I know.
Gamma Catch, look, I'm going to ask what everyone's thinking. Did Marie get revenge for the water dumping, or is she still letting Mersh wince in the anticipation of revenge? No, not yet. Her plan,
She'll get me.
Her plan was to push him into the Bellagio, and the Bellagio fountains.
To be fair, Marie does get back at me frequently. It's usually with verbal barbs.
Yeah.
Like every once in a while, she'll just stab a knife in me while we're walking. I'm like, ouch.
Yeah, sorry about Dod's Place talking about the reverb audio. Sorry about that, guys. That was on me. I apologize. Kill Dodson, glad you guys have fun banging lady boys in Vegas. Glad you're back, but not you, Virgie. Rich762 said,
Okay.
mute
Yeah.
Virgie. Virgie hasn't even spoken.
Yeah, I really have.
I think they want a preemptive mute.
Okay, that's good.
They just want to get ahead of it now.
Dude, I got to tell you, shout out to Incredible Sulk, by the way. I got to say, John Porter, if you don't know him. I didn't know this about him. He is so fucking good at Man on the Street interviews. It's almost autistic. I didn't
it's very
expect
funny.
it. He
I
just
saw his
turned it on.
drumstick interview.
Dude, it was so fucking funny. So you'll see the video, but so if you were watching WrestleMania, they had like John Cena was John Cena was doing a sponsorship with like drumstick, like the ice cream cone drumsticks, which are great, by the way. Drumsticks are good.
They are fire.
So I'm not going to pretend that they're not. But there was a guy in a drumstick like mascot outfit, walking around. So we were doing man on the street interviews, and John goes up to him and starts asking him questions. And the first question is very funny. I'm not going to ruin it, but then he just keeps going, and then you could tell the guy in the suit was like
His handlers made him go away.
made him leave. So you got to watch it. It's I'll post it.
Which
soon.
I don't know why the drumstick guy had 2 handlers. Like, Jesus, how big is this promo?
But the funny part was, John did that. He thought I was an idiot. The last scene in WrestleMania was the drumstick guy partying like in the crowd with like Cena, and John's doing the fucking the Leo meme, like that's the guy I interviewed. He's the last guy in WrestleMania. It was fucking.
I was
really
disappointed that the drumstick didn't actually run in at the end. That would have been great. Help John Cena win.
Frozen was interviewing people in complete stereotypical Asian accent. It was just ridiculous. So I'll have that stuff up there. And
John was so fucking hammered day 2. It was hilarious.
My God. You know why? You know what's funny with John? And I this is why it's great hanging out with somebody like him, because the moment he gets too hammered, he goes, I'm too drunk. I'm getting in an Uber. I'm going back to the room. I'm done now.
Dude, he came up during the Intercontinental match.
Mm-hmm.
It was like the 3rd match of the pay-per-view. It was still like the sun was still up in the middle of the sky. And he just came up to me and was like, and like put his hand out. I'm like, what up, dog? And he goes, I'm fucked up. I'm fucked up. Do you want the rest of my nachos? I am going to get an Uber. And I'm going back to my room. I am very fucked up. I was just like, dude, it is like 3 PM. And he's like, yup. And he literally saluted me.
You know what?
And then just walked away. I was like, okay, as long as you're happy.
It's so funny. It's so good that John is just a goofy not drunk, because you forget, like, when you hang out with him, he's a fucking problem. Like, he's huge. Like, he's a huge dude. He is a problem. Sonic Gino says
axes.
I'm sorry. Oh yeah, dude. Okay. Dude. Okay.
By the way, John, it was so funny because like,
let me grab that.
I was the only other one that was like, yeah, I'll throw axes, and everybody else was like, no, let's try this, let's try that, and like nobody was on board with axe throwing. And then we're like, it was the last thing we could really do that day. And we're like, fine, we'll go axe throwing. And then everybody was like, this was the most fun we had today.
No. I got to tell you, I've been sleeping on axe throwing. I will say I was the negative Nancy. I was like, axe throwing.
And then we couldn't pull Royce away from the fucking booth. Like, our rental time was up, and he was just winging axes.
Just winging axes. I'm winging them. I'm fucking winging them. It was so much fun. I cannot believe I didn't do that before. And
he didn't want to fucking do it, and then as soon as we started doing it, like I thought we were gonna miss our flight.
Yeah, no,
we were paying for our drinks to leave, and Royce is still in the corner going.
Not only that,
we weren't even playing together competitively anymore. It was just him winging knives and axes.
How do your guys' shoulders feel?
Dude,
every time I go
actually
fine. The next morning you're like, no, nice.
We didn't go for like hours. Royce probably hurts more because he just sat there and started winging.
Okay, hold on. Maybe we were
arm.
throwing the axes a little hard. Maybe we were just a little hard. Remember when the axe broke, Mersh? Remember when the axe fucking broke?
You broke a chunk of the fucking wall.
I did. I broke a chunk of the wall off.
And then every time we would break something, we'd go, we're so sorry. And they go, no, it happens all the time.
It was,
and you break shit here all the time.
You know what's addictive about it is like, at first you're like, oh, whatever, this is dumb. But the moment you get like your first bullseye, you're like, oh, okay,
then you start feeling cocky.
Somebody.
Yeah, like I could.
Yeah, the minute I hit a bullseye, like dead center, I was like, oh hell yeah, come on, let's go. And then I would wing it again, and it would just hit like all the way fucking up and hit the sign, and I was like, all right, well, they're not all bullseyes.
Shout out to Marie. I'll put a couple of photos up that she took. There's that one. There's here. Oh, I have Mersh's bullseye. Hold on, she got yours too, Mersh. Mersh's bullseye. I have and this is our
got Hammy's bullseye. Is Hammy's on the
no. John's the one that wanted us to play, by the way. But our buddy,
wait a minute. Did Marie not get a picture of Hammy's bullseye?
Hammy got a bullseye?
No, that's why I was joking.
Okay, that's why I was like, I thought you were being serious. I'm like,
It's like, damn,
listen,
Marie, did you leave for Hammy?
I love Hammy, but he was not good at this. So here's John. John was like, all right, listen, we're gonna go do axe throwing, and I'm like, oh, fuck, fine, we'll do axe. Fine, everyone wants to do it. You are correct. There was like 3 minutes left, and I'm just fucking winging the axe. I'm fucking loving life. And I was like, no wonder this is like it's super addictive because you're like, I could hit the bullseye again. There's no problem. I could hit the bullseye again. And I would have like lost all my money. Like I'm not a gambling guy, so I would have never lose my money like on a slot machine or anything. But Marie would have been like, my shoulder hurts and I'm going to need Tom John surgery for my arm. We cannot keep throwing axes. It's been 7 hours.
Yeah, I was actually worried about because I have a really bad elbow on this side. And like I have tennis elbow, so that I was more worried about the elbow than the shoulder because that fucking axe when you, it just popped. Oof.
Yeah, I was fucking once you get I was winging it and we were just clinking chunks off of the fucking board. But yeah,
now I want to get a thing for my backyard.
I literally told Marie, I was like, you know what we need for the backyard? Because we just did some stuff in the backyard. I'm like, you know what we need to really help the backyard? An axe throwing station. We kind of feel like that would really.
I'm unironically thinking of getting one because they just replaced my fence after the last hurricane. So if I put something on there, I'm not gonna like bang. I'm not gonna knock the fence over or anything. It's like it's in there. It's brand new. So if I just make sure I put something over it,
yeah,
I could just throw axes at it or knives. I like the knives.
Sonic Gino said, John was great. The weekend ended up being more fun than I expected. Love you all. Hey, thank you, Gino. Irish Serpent. Vatican Man is sleepy forever. Is sleepy forever is what they said. Danny Saint says, John is a dad. That was his getaway. It's what we do. Yeah, I got to tell you, that's the other thing with John. It was like, you could tell John had a relief of just a few days away from the kids because he was like, thank you, guys. He kept doing thank you, guys. I needed this. Thank you, guys. Guys, thank you, guys. Thanks.
Yeah, it was funny because like we got in the plane because his plane got fucking delayed. So he ended up taking the same plane as us.
Yeah.
And like we were sitting there because you guys had already boarded. So me and John were just sitting there like waiting to board. And he's like, yeah, man, this sucks. He's like, the missus is sick. He's like, the kid, she's got the kid. She's not going to come get me. He's like, so when I get back, I got to take like an hour-long Uber home.
Oh, no.
And I was like, oh, that sucks. I'm like, yeah, I have to physically drive myself back to Lakeland, which is like Lake Gibson area. I'm like, I'm the furthest one away. So I was like, what? And he's like, yeah. He's like, but at least you have your own car. I'm like, I'd rather be asleep in an Uber for an hour. Like,
Dan Snot said, had a blast with you guys. What drugs was Mersh on? Mersh wasn't on any, not that I'm aware of. Well, I could only speak of when he was in my sight. I cannot speak of after he was out of my sight what he was on.
I did a thing, and I'm not thrilled.
Okay.
I just signed an executive order putting the flags of our country, all of them, all federal flags and state flags, at half-mast in honor of Pope Francis. So,
why?
Oh, he died.
I know he died, but why? And
This was a wild week to be away and do Mania. We're like, oh great, we go do Mania, we come back, and it's like, oh, the Pope died. Kanye was blowing his cousin till he was 14.
What was that about? What the fuck was that about?
Oh my god!
I want to blame Pessy. Can I blame Pessy?
Yeah.
Because I was barely checking socials this
weekend.
No,
this was Pessy's fault because he screenshotted it and it was in my face.
Hitler is so cool. Hitler is so cool. I sucked my cousin's dick till I was 14.
It's so insane. It really is. It's like, how Hitler
Why can't I have my kids? Give me my
cousin, and you're like,
kids.
what are you doing?
I want to see my kids. I sucked his dick so good.
Okay.
Hitler, swastika. Give me my
Pessy,
children, please.
I will give you the honor of this. Please explain what
Pessy, I want you to know that your tweet was the first thing I saw on like Saturday, and I went, what the fuck is going on outside of WrestleMania?
So I woke up and all I saw was someone be like, Kanye. So Kanye dropped a new song, and I went, oh okay. And yeah, so he did drop a new song, but tacked onto it was a.
Can you send me the song?
Oh yeah, I'll send you the tweet too.
Thank you.
There's already a song.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, there's a song.
Okay, can I read the tweet?
Yes.
Yes, you read the tweet, Merch, and here's the song, Royce.
Thank you.
All right. Yo, this song is called Cousins, about my cousin that's locked in jail for life for killing a pregnant lady a few years after I told him we wouldn't look at dirty magazines together anymore.
Uh-huh.
That's not a great start. Perhaps in my self-centered mess, I felt it was my fault that I showed him those dirty magazines when he was 6.
Whoa!
And then we acted out what we saw.
Oh wait,
Hang
Merch,
on,
there's more.
guys.
Hold on.
Guys, it's a Kanye tweet. It gets better. My dad had Playboy magazines, but the magazines I found in the top of my mom's closet were different. My name is Ye, and I sucked my cousin's dick till I was 14. Tweet sent.
All right, this is Casey Kasem, and this one, this is Casey Kasem, and this one goes out from Kanye West to his cousin. This is it.
Dirty magazines. We seen some ninjas kissing. We ain't know what that shit means.
You know the lyric. You know the lyric. You know the lyrics. How do you know the lyrics? How
I
do
can't
you know
stop
the
listening to it. It's hilarious.
How do you know the lyrics?
And we suck each other's dicks. What the fuck is
That's when
going
My
on?
cousin head. Gave my cousin head. Sorry, keep playing it. I'll shut up.
No, I'm amazed you know all the lyrics.
Wait a minute. Like, so he's just basically singing the tweet.
Yeah.
That's when I gave my cousin head, gave my cousin head, gave my cousin head, I gave my cousin head, I gave my cousin head.
This fucking rules.
And I know these niggas about to judge me now.
So we can agree now that like he's not as much of a genius as everybody.
No, he's awesome though.
What are
He's
you
no,
talking about?
no.
This song
This is
rules.
brilliant. This is brilliant. Are you kidding me? This is art. This is pure art.
Oh. By the way, I'm already seeing a tweet where it's a picture of Patrick Bateman and it says, "You like Kanye West? His early work wasn't really my taste, but he came into his own when he released a song where he talked about blowing his cousin." Why? Why, yay?
They about to judge me now. Started off when we was hanging out. I was my cousin not to tell nobody. People tell me take it to my grave. Truth will set you free someday.
I love the
So-
imagery. It's just like a burning cross and then like a dude's wiener.
Yeah.
By the way, I like the fact that Kanye molested his cousin till he was 14, starting when the cousin was 6.
Yes.
Then said, "We got to take this to our graves. Can't ever tell anybody what we did."
Okay.
But now that the guy's in prison, he's just outing him as a gay guy who got molested. Like, that's not very cool. I thought you made me promise not to say anything, and now you're out here fucking writing songs? I don't think that's fair.
I think he's speaking truth to power, if you ask me.
Oh, and Mersh, just to correct you, just 'cause I don't want to get us in trouble or anything, right? He's saying he gave his cousin head, so Kanye's the gay one in this.
Yeah,
situation.
Kanye would be the gay one. He's the one doing
Kanye would be the
blowing.
gay one.
But
He's
the
one
cousin,
sucking dick.
never reciprocated? That's a little selfish, right?
Well, he was 6.
I mean, he
was
doesn't sing
6.
about any. Mersh, I'm looking at the lyrics. I don't see any reciprocation.
That's true.
Damn.
And I'm not attracted to a man.
Kanye's selfish.
Hold on. I want to hear that. This next part is a very good line, and I will make sure we all hear it just because he no homos himself. Real quick. Ready?
I don't think they understand that I'm not attracted to a man.
Well, I mean...
No, I mean, technically, in this scenario, you're attracted to a young boy.
That is true.
They thought I was gay.
They thought I was
Just don't help me.
gay. They thought I was gay. Blah, blah. They thought I was gay. Skirt, skirt.
Bro, he needs a friend.
You just put me in a trance. I'm talking about euphoria. I'm not talking about a man. Told her don't leave me 'cause I need you by my side. As long as you don't leave me, then I'll probably be alright. And that one time that you left me, I didn't get
I found out that so it was also revealed that that fat Dave Blunt's guy apparently is the co-writer of that entire like World War III Kanye album, like all the like. And I thought it was just so funny because that means he co-wrote that Hitler track, right? So it's like if Hitler took one look at him, he'd have him melted down and fueling Auschwitz and Dachau by sundown.
Kill Dotson says, I know Virgie's pretty beat up over Kanye stealing his song lyrics about how he sucked his cousin's wiener. That was such a simple one, but so mean and funny. God damn. It was so childish. I think that's why it was funny, just how childish it was. I bet you Virgie's pretty bummed that Kanye took the lyrics about sucking his cousin's penis. But he's fucking bummed.
That's like a South Park insult.
Yeah, fucking bummed. Virgie, you bummed that he stole the lyrics about sucking your cousin's penis?
I'm
Be
super
honest.
upset, dude.
Okay,
I'm
good.
super upset.
Not as upset as your cousin is. I like on this part of the video he just gave up and it's like 40 minutes of this guy falling and from an anime. Also, is Kanye also a weeb? Because I feel this video has weeb energy with some anime stuff.
No, I don't think this is an official video. I think this is just somebody probably just set this video to the song.
Dude,
No.
he's
This
a
is the video
Nazi.
he posted.
He posted the video.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's what he posted.
Yeah.
He's a Nazi. Of course he's a weeb.
Oh, I was just gonna say he's just one of those people where he Googles Googles what's cool on the internet.
Oh, me too. I
So-
Google what's cool on the internet all the time. It's super.
You know, there's all those lo-fi slowed down reverb videos
Listen,
where it's just an anime loop.
I don't know. Listen, I Google what's cool on the internet all the time, and I don't know what this is or not, but I bought like 40 Chappelle Roans or whatever, so I'm going to be pretty cool. I don't know what that is. I'm assuming it's some sort of book, maybe self-help book.
I think Royce bought a rug pull coin.
Oh no, not again.
Chaperone coin.
The Chaperone coin. It was. Is it a? Wait. The Coffee Zilla do a video on this because I need to know if I just got fucked.
I think the correct grammar is you bought multiple Shapples Roan, and I think it's a sauce.
Oh, Shapples Roan. Oh, it's delicious, dude. If you put a little
Chaperone does sound like a vinaigrette glaze that they would put over a salmon.
Have you had a salmon, the Chaperone salmon at Eddie V's? It's delicious. Like you have no idea how delicious it is.
We have like a Chaperone salsa on top. It's very unique.
By the way, if you were to say that to me, I'm not smart enough with food. I would believe you. I'd be like, "Oh, cool. That sounds fancy. That sounds fancy."
I like
that. Would be fun to have like a job as a waiter at like a really fancy restaurant and then just make shit up.
Yeah, I'm gonna put this some Chaperone sauce on this. And do you want the Sabrina Carpenter braised ribs? Because we have that today. And
oh, by the way, we were talking about the trip, and we've already missed a few critical things.
What's that?
You want me to diaper?
The what?
Poopy diaper.
Okay, let me play some cool music in the background while we talk about this. So,
I sucked my cousin's dick, and we left a poopy diaper on the airplane.
Okay, so
did you have a poopy diaper airplane story
wait,
too?
You have no idea.
Royce was vibrating with anger when we got off the playlist.
Okay, go. I need to hear this.
This morning, when we got off the plane this morning. So, we fly, and before I hear any shit, and I'm gonna hear shit anyway, and it's fine. But before I hear any shit, we flew Spirit to Vegas because there are only 2 flights from Orlando, that go direct towards towards Vegas, and that's either Southwest or Spirit. Now Southwest, their flight times wouldn't have worked, so we got Spirit. Now when we went out there on Spirit has, Spirit we talk about as like the big front row seats. Well, they have this new thing, like secondary thing called comfy seats. So what it works is you pay for the seat, it's extra, but you're guaranteed nobody in the middle seat. So what they do is it's a normal row, but in the middle seat they have like a tray, a permanently affixed tray, right? In the middle seat. Fine. So we're sitting there, it's me, there's a middle thing, and there's Marie. Now there's a couple in front of us, a black guy and a white Hispanic woman with a mulatto kid. So as soon as they sit down, they go to sit down, they're already being loud, the kids are already crying, whatever. Right before the plane takes off, they sit down. Do you know what they do in that middle console right in front of me? They start changing the kid's diaper in the airplane, in front of me, right? And I'm smelling shit, because shit. You could smell shit, it's big, whether baby shit or adult shit, I know what shit smells like. And they just,
Which, you know, when you're in an enclosed steel tube in the sky with recycled air, that's always fun.
I see the flight attendant walk up and he goes, "Ma'am, you can't do that. You have to, the bathroom's over there next time. Don't do it." He let her finish, obviously, because she's in the middle of it. She's like, okay. So then I'm sitting there, and the entire time I'm like, man, none of them ever really got up. Where's that shit diaper? Right? So the entire flight, they're arguing about who's going to sit where. The fucking kid is crying. This dumb bitch is sitting by the window, and her pillow keeps falling over on my feet, and I keep like giving it back and whatever. So when we go to get off the plane, we're waiting. They get off, and like nobody fucking else exists. Nobody fucking else exists on the plane. Nobody, doesn't really matter. The guy is taking his sweet ass fucking time to move. So on top of already making the plane smell like shit, this black dude's just sitting here taking his time, putting his backpack on. He finally walks up and he leaves. As we walk by, Maria looks over and she goes, they left a shitty diaper. It's just, they left it on the chair. The shitty diapers. It wasn't even in a bag. It was just a shitty diaper. Just sitting there.
Dude,
just
that
sitting
is
there.
Fucking savage.
Just sitting there. Just like that. Because that's the way these people live. I understand that I flew Spirit, and I understand that you get what you deserve when you fly Spirit. But even still,
No, but what did I say last night to Marie? It doesn't matter anymore. It doesn't matter if you fly Spirit. You can fly Delta, you fly Southwest,
right.
you fly any of the American Airlines, and there's just animals on the fucking planes.
No, you were telling me you were talking to the flight attendant about people taking their shoes off all the time. That they just don't. They'll walk to the bathroom.
the gay black flight attendant. I was like, dude, last time we were on a flight, some dude sitting between me and my buddy fucking took his shoes off, and he goes, "Oh yeah, that happens all the time." And I was like, "What?" I'm like, "Why?" And he goes, "Because people are gross." He's like, "Tonight you're gonna see somebody probably walk to the bathroom with no shoes."
Imagine walking into an airplane bathroom barefoot. Like that to me sounds fucking crazy. Like. Crazy. Like even when I'm at a pool, I pop sandals on before I go to a pool bathroom. You know,
I don't like taking my shoes off at the TSA and walking on that carpet.
Okay, so thank you, Murph, for leading into the TSA this morning. Time is a flat circle for me right now. So
Can I just remind everybody, wheelchairs only.
Okay, yes, that's the gentleman that we're speaking of. So, people, we need to abolish the TSA immediately. We're at the Vegas airport. And there's a line. Now, there's a line that has a sign that says priority check-in. If you had TSA check-in, right? Apparently, unbeknownst to anybody, priority check-in after a certain time, it's at a different gate, right? This guy, this fat, lazy TSA guy, was only processing wheelchair people and wasn't helping out the other TSA guy who was like, why are you not running any other people? What's going on? And so there's a line there. It's fucking and waiting or whatever. This guy right here, this fat piece of shit, this fat slob, this fat piece of shit. Other TSA agents were standing up, but he was sitting down, fat piece of shit slob, while we're walking by. Well, first, Mersh, explain what he just said to you before we even do that.
I went over there because he was sitting at the TSA clear or the pre-whatever thing, right?
Correct.
So I was like, oh, hey, what's up? So I'm going to go over here because I have the free trial or whatever. And the guy's like, we don't have any of that. And I was like, what do you mean? He goes, we're not doing that, okay? This is wheelchairs only. And I was like, but he yelled at me. He was like, get out of the line. This is for wheelchairs. And I was like, okay, they sent me here. There's a sign. And he's like, over there. And he made me just go with the cattle. So I was like, okay. And as I'm walking away, he's like, hurry. He said something about hurrying. And I was like, dude, all right. Don't yell at me, bro. And then I just... whatever. And then, he started yelling at you 2 minutes later.
Yeah, so then I'm not doing anything. He's sitting there and he's letting the wheelchair, and he's not telling me to go. So then I walk up. He goes, who's in your group? And I go, it's there. And I point, it's me. And then, it ends at Hammy. And he goes, okay, walk up. And we walk up, and then, Marie's sitting there waiting, going me. And then she walks up. It's fine. Then as we give him the IDs and we're walking up and we do the whole thing, he says to us as we walk by, you guys need to walk with some urgency or this is going to take forever. This fat piece of shit They can't even walk uphill for a second without being winded. This gluttonous guy who got that fat with my fucking tax dollars is telling us that we need to walk with a sense of urgency. Because when I look at Fatty McFatty, fat, which, by the way, if you see him in Vegas, let him know that he's a fat piece of shit loser. Fat piece of shit asshole loser. Telling other people they need to walk with a fucking sense of urgency.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I hate these fucking people. The TSA's fucking garbage, and they all treat you like shit.
Yeah, the other guys started talking shit to me. There was no nice ones this time. I'm like, I don't understand, man. You make really good money, really good benefits, really good overtime, and all you do is stand around. Be a little more grateful.
No, and that, you're right. And then we're paying for the luxury for these assholes because George Bush fucking wanted to start. Well, George Bush's dad wanted to start a fucking war. Now we have to fucking take our belts off and have our crotches grabbed, and not in a good way. And when you go through that thing too, they all treat you like shit, like you're the idiot. And here's the other problem: the TSA is a government organization, and Mersh, this is true. They don't even have a uniform policy because some airports, they don't make you take your laptop out or your thing. Remember, some airports, they don't make you. They don't care. Some airports don't make you take your shoes off. They don't care. Some airports, the TSA makes you take your laptop out. And sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. So you can't ever fucking keep up on what they want. Sometimes they let you keep your jacket on. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes you get to take your hat off. Sometimes you don't. And it's like, okay, fucking pick a fucking lane.
And it's not only that, but then when you nicely ask one of them, do we need laptops out? They go, yeah, obviously, fucking idiot.
Yeah, like you're a moron. And you're like,
you guys send a lot of mixed messages. I'm just asking before I hit the thing so I can be fast. I don't know why you're yelling at me.
Yeah, no, it's these fucking people. Listen, get rid of this 3-letter agency first. Okay, let's go by order of which of the newest ones were created and work backwards. How's that sound? And they miss guns all the time, and remember like the time that I think Stossel did that thing where he snuck a fake, like he showed that the TSA inspector showing they could sneak a grenade onto a plane.
Oh God, that's right.
They don't fucking care. They don't give a shit.
It doesn't make anything safer, and then they just yell at you.
Yeah. Well, here's what we are doing, though. Here's what Trump is doing.
We're not blowing our cousin.
5:09 this morning, time for morning headlines. President Trump is defending Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth in the wake of reports he used his personal smartphone in March to send classified information.
Okay, at first I thought that Hegseth was an idiot, but now they want Hegseth out of there bad because he's one of the few people that's completely against the Iran thing. He is. Look it up. He will not, right? So now the neocons are leaking shit about Hegseth dropping stuff and to try to make Trump turn on him and kick him out so they can put someone that's a little more amenable to attacking Iran.
Yeah, there's a lot of. You can tell the knives are out on this fucking guy because all the typical accounts are coming out against this fucking guy.
And the moment you see that, you go, okay, no. What's he doing right? Because that's weird that there's certain people that when they go after somebody, you're like, okay, this guy's onto something immediately.
Yeah, you're not going to start moral homoing over minor things like this.
Operations to Yemen to relatives, including his wife and brother. Now, when asked about Hegseth yesterday, the president said the secretary is, quote, doing a great job.
By the way, the whole and he sent messages to his wife, and because you're right, these people don't talk to their wives. These people don't tell their wives.
No, of course not.
You're right. They really don't.
Paul Pelosi doesn't know a lot about what's going on.
Well, he doesn't know at the gay club.
White House officials denied there's an effort underway to replace Hegseth as defense secretary.
See, and they leaked the story. The neocons leaked the story that Trump's thinking about replacing him. He's not, right? But they're doing it because they're trying to force his hand, and it's the Iran thing. I mean, that's 100% what's going on here.
Meanwhile, Harvard University is suing the Trump administration, accusing of illegally freezing more than $2 billion in federal.
Oh, you mean kind of how you guys were illegally freezing out Asians from getting fucking degrees there because you needed more black people? You mean like that? Huh? Take it to the Supreme Court. Let's see what they say.
Funding
Imagine suing over your free money that you're not necessarily entitled to.
It's exactly. It's like an illegal alien suing for Social Security. Like, how dare you? You're not entitled to it.
It's some real California energy.
Yeah.
Control the university's academic programs. Other universities have also announced mounting pressure from the Trump administration. And it's.
By the way, when federal funding taken completely out of the equation, Harvard has a $55 billion endowment. They have money. They don't need federal
Tons.
funding. They don't need federal
And they
funding.
charge a goddamn fortune.
Yeah. And again, up until recently, they were icing out white people and Asian people.
Efforts to crack down anti-Semitism. The White House spokesperson responded to the lawsuit saying Harvard...
Now, by the way, I don't like the fact that we're only doing this to crack down on anti-Semitism. That does bother me. But I don't like it. I think it's stupid because it didn't matter when it was white people, right? But that being said, I don't care because I don't think they should have the money regardless. I don't care what the reasoning is. The fact that we're giving one of the richest fucking universities in the world any money from our tax dollars is insane to me.
And honestly, I would. I wouldn't. Who would care if Harvard disappeared tomorrow?
No, nobody would care. Nobody would care.
Harvard failed to meet basic conditions for taxpayer funding. And the education
Look, the
department
last
will
guy
begin-
I gave a shit that went to Harvard was fucking Conan O'Brien.
Yeah.
After that, there's been no cool ones.
I'm trying to think. I can think of that. No. Who was the wrestler that was a quarterback for Harvard that became a wrestler? God, what's his name? It's going to bug me.
David Otunga.
No, the other guy. White guy. Quarterback. Blonde guy.
Again, collection and next...
Gino's in the chat. He'll know.
Chris
month on
Nowinski.
student loans that are in
Chris
default.
Nowinski,
Currently
the brain damage guy.
Is that the guy?
Chris Nowinski.
I think you
I'm almost positive. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was the Harvard guy.
I think it is. Yep.
And
Yes,
then-
it was.
and then
Boom.
He got,
Yep,
and
yep,
then
yep.
he got fucking his brain scrambled, and then he became like a brain scramble guy.
Yeah, that's the guy.
Roughly 5.3 million borrowers are in default on their federal student loans. Now, the Trump administration's announcement marks the end to a period of leniency
Yeah, they're going to start collecting now on the student loans.
that began during the COVID-19 pandemic. No federal student loans have been referred for collection since March of 2020, including
really
those in default. Now, beginning May 5th, the department will begin involuntary collection through the Treasury Department's offset program.
See, guys, good news. You had a monkey paw situation, lefties. You had a monkey paw situation. The Department of Education is going to stay around, but it's only going to be to collect your student loan debts.
Nice. Hey, there you go. You got.
There you go.
That's a compromise.
Whoop.
Compromise.
Do you have any other ideas? I got more fingers.
That shit is like cosmically funny.
That is so funny. That is so funny. Okay, we're not going to shut it down. It's going to collect student loans. Whoa, no, not like that, not like that, not like that, not like that. No.
Wait, maybe this Elon guy's not so bad.
Oh, shit. That's funny.
And another Boston Marathon is in the books. More than 30,000 runners took part in the 26.
There's only one really good Boston Marathon that I could remember. Only one memorable one. Had an Asian doctor in it.
0.2 mile race.
Didn't Biden commute that guy's death sentence?
I don't remember.
Isn't that one of the ones that he commuted? I'm pretty sure one of the Sarnaoff brothers.
More than I could do through the streets of Boston. John
Greg Giraldo went to Harvard Law for real?
Yes. Oh yeah.
I didn't know
forgot
that is
about
not
Giraldo.
something I knew. I like Giraldo. I think it was fucking
You don't
hilarious.
remember that?
No,
That was
I
like-
really don't. I swear to God.
They never used to shut the fuck up about it with him.
I just something maybe I didn't know and I've completely blacked it out. I do not remember that. That's something
Yeah,
I would
no.
remember.
Yeah, he talked about it all the time. He went to Harvard, became a lawyer, and then was like, "Nah, this sucks."
That's
It's pretty
hilarious.
awesome. Yeah.
All right, so those senators have been going to El Salvador.
Epstein Island. Oh,
no, even worse, El Salvador. And
can we put them in the prisons there?
We should build a prison complex in Epstein Island.
That would be great.
That would be really cool, like a pirate prison. A Somali pirate prison. By the way, let me be clear, it's not going to be fun. There's not going to be Jack Sparrow. There's just going to be a lot of black guys.
Oof.
I know it's terrible. I mean, have you seen Haiti? This is one of these Florida senators, the one that looks like the Weekday, and he went to El Salvador. So, Will Kane asked him a question.
Why, Congressman, are you in El Salvador? You are there for an El Salvadorian man who was a resident illegally of Maryland. You're a congressman from Florida. Why are you in El Salvador?
That is the simplest question. How does this help the people of Florida? Please tell me. How does this help them?
Well, we're here because a man who had protected status in Maryland, a Maryland man, union member, worker,
but you're not from Maryland,
with a citizen wife and beautiful children, was taken.
And an MS-13 hand tattoo that you saw that she was covering up with little heart emojis. Did you
Was
see
she?
that?
That's
my, Virgie, you know what I'm talking about, right? Okay. Do me a favor. That Del Salvador dude, you know his girlfriend. Ever since they pointed out that he had an MS-13 tattooed on his hands, right?
Oh, I know what you're talking.
She posted another photo, being like, bring him back. I love him, but she put little heart emojis covering his hand.
Great.
Yeah, I swear to fucking God. I swear to God. And then people were making fun of it. They were taking like hardcore MS-13 with tattoos all over and just covering with heart emojis, being like, "This is my boyfriend. I love him."
I like the guys that have the full tats.
Yes.
That dude Wapplehouse on Twitter again, once in a while makes me die laughing. He took a picture of Jelly Roll and he was like, "You need to deport this MS-13 member to El Salvador immediately." And this one dude got furious, and now everyone's been dogpiling that dude, being like, no, look, he's actually MS-13. And they just wrote in like Comic Sans MS-13 on like Jelly Roll's hands.
That's actually very funny. That's very funny.
Okay, I'm trying to find. I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Citizen wife and beautiful children, was taken out of his state and out of the United States back over here without.
Okay, but you're from Florida.
Due process, and for us, we're here for a couple reasons. Number one is because.
Okay, but here's what the Trump administration has been saying, and they're correct about this. Let's say it was a mistake, right? He still was scheduled to be deported. So if he comes back, he's just going to be deported.
There you go, right?
Yeah, I don't understand all of this.
And again,
it made sense when the Maryland senator went, because it's like, all right, you know, that's your local whatever state guy, but like, yeah, this Florida guy, like now they're just showing up for brownie points.
So
yeah, I love that all the articles are like Maryland father deported accidentally, and I'm like, that's true.
So here it is,
I sent you a news story for it too.
I think this is it. I think this is the marijuana leaf for M. One for the cross, smiley face S, and then skull, third letter. So that's an MS-13 tattoo, right? And look, here you go, right? So since that came out, when she posted the photo, "I miss you so much, won't stop fighting." Here.
What is the point? And it's so obvious
that she's covering up his hands.
There's no reason for that emoji. That's really funny.
Yeah. So
sneaky.
Yeah, no. So they asked CNN did a puff piece on this guy, and they asked his lawyer a very simple question, and this should be easy to answer. Is your client a member of MS-13? Now, what would you say? Like, if you're trying to keep this guy legally in here, whatever. Hey, is your client a member? Okay, this should be easy. This should be a 1-second clip. It's 3 minutes. Let's see.
Now, President Trump says that some of Abrego Garcia's tattoos signify that he's a member of MS-13. In 2019, police alleged a confidential informant claimed that Abrego Garcia was an active MS-13 member. His wife and his attorney deny that, of course. Can you say with absolute certainty?
By the way, now the police allege. No, the police must be lying. It must be the fat beaner who knows what's right. His fat beaner wife knows. The guy who's protecting him and covering up the MS-13 tattoos.
Yeah, the woman who's totally not biased at all.
That he is not, nor has he ever been a member of the MS-13 gang. And
simple question.
Did you ask him point blank?
Should be easy. First thing the lawyer should ask.
Well, Dana, what Donald Trump is trying to do here is change the subject.
Answer the question.
Subject. The subject.
No, not changing the subject. The subject is he an MS-13 gang member?
Trying to do here is change the subject. The subject at hand is that he and his administration are defying a court order to give Abrego Garcia his due process rights. They are trying to litigate on social media what they should be doing in the courts.
Yeah, but you can't make El Salvador, now that he's there, you can't make a sovereign country send one of their citizens back.
They need to put up or shut
Also, could I just add, is he an MS-13 or not?
Yeah.
up in the
Well, let's see if she actually. Let's see if she pushes back. It's a longer clip, so we'll see.
courts. Let me tell you, and I decided to write this down so I could be absolutely accurate as to what Federal District Court Judge Zinnes, Trump administration, Garcia activities. It's been litigated in many other places. So I'm not going to get into the details because the whole purpose of our court system
He's not going to get into the details.
is for them to adjudicate these things, not for Donald Trump to go off on social media.
But
you're right. They have not. There hasn't been a court hearing for them to put forward evidence in the first place, which is your whole point. But since you were the one person to have met with him, and since this is a thing,
Oh, she is pushing back.
Say on social media, it's what we hear from Donald Trump and Republicans every day, all day long. You didn't ask him?
Yeah, it's a real good question. You didn't ask him?
I didn't ask him that because I know what his answer is. What he told me was he was sad and traumatized that he was being in prison because he has committed no crimes. And that goes to the heart of this issue.
But that doesn't answer the question. That doesn't answer the question.
Because he's being denied his due process rights, and Donald Trump is trying to change the subject.
You're changing the subject as we speak, shithead.
I love that he's blaming Trump for changing the subject. It's like, no, this lady on CNN is asking you.
Yeah.
And, when people start asking that question, in my view, they're falling into the president's trap because...
the trap of, is he an MS-13 member, yes or no? That's not really a trap. That's just a basic question that's being asked.
What the president wants to do is talk about that as if we can't all fight gang violence, which I've been doing for much longer than Donald Trump, right? His argument is you can't fight that. And
so you've been fighting gang violence longer than Donald Trump, and as a gang violence expert, you didn't ask him, were you an MS-13?
Yeah, because I'd feel like that would be something I'd want to know if I was in that realm.
And again, that's the bottom line is this, that there's no other way out of this for these people. The bottom line is this. It doesn't matter. He has an order of deportation, right? So now we cannot, no matter what you say, we cannot make another country send one of their citizens back if they don't want to. That's not how this works. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's where it gets kind of weird. But again, their whole claim is that he's a Maryland man.
No, he's not.
But that's what they're doing. They've been doing that from day one.
Dots Play says the big one is when they ask to take off the sweater, but the sweater is subjective. No, the fleece is not a sweater, you dumbass. It's so stupid. They're rules. Guys, actually, you know what? We're doing the read tomorrow instead. But just a little freebie.
Wait, what?
It's going to be the last 2 days of the week. The reads.
That's right.
Yes, but you know what? Because we like them. Weed6.com. Promo code RTC. This is even an official read. This is just a freebie because we do like them and I've been using them every day. Weed6.com. Promo code RTC. Get 50% off their product. It's fantastic. There'll be an official read tomorrow, but this is just a little freebie to remind you guys.
I'm enjoying my last one right now.
Dude, you went through them, and I've been going through them pretty fast, too. They're fucking great.
Because they're great. You can bring like 2 of them with you when you go out somewhere, and you just, you find a nice little spot. Yeah.
RevengeOfTheSith.locals.com, Patreon.com/We're Not Sorry. $7 a month. You're going to get tomorrow's episode, half of Friday's episode, and our movie riffs, which we have to do movie riff. Did we do movie riff for this month? I think we did. It was Good Burger. We did it at the beginning of the month.
Yeah, I think we did. Yeah.
Okay,
covered
cool.
till May.
So we get that. You get that. You get all the episodes. You really help us keep doing this show, guys. I mean, you're the reason that we keep doing it. But you're going to love the Wednesday shows. They're fantastic. We watch Love on the Spectrum. We kind of talk with the fans a little bit more. It's a lot of fun. And half of Friday.
Also, you're also going to love the way you look.
I guarantee it. Guys, we'll be right back.
These days, running a small business can be a big challenge. Whether we're receiving a flower delivery for unclear reasons, or raising the blinds and flipping over the open-closed sign, which is how I spend most of my workday, or even making a latte for a black woman, an iced tea for a white woman, and a coffee for a gently brown guy who could go in a lot of different directions. We've got our hands full. That's why Chase Bank is here for us. When this man in a suit from Chase Bank came down and shook my hand at my place of business, it really solidified what we'd already talked about at his office. Now we're looking at a laptop like my stupid little coffee shop is going to be a big disruptor in the online space. And my Chase business card allows me to make those emergency purchases that I lose sleep at night over. Chase understands my business the way they understand all businesses, as a huge reverse funnel that shoves money upwards to them. Hey, another flower delivery. These'll look great in the bathroom while I'm pooping blood from the stress. Now I'm flipping over that open-closed sign again. Is that a new stadium with Chase's name on it? How'd they afford that? I'll be in this bathroom for a while. Better toss it to the announcer.
At Chase Bank, we're about more than just foreclosing on American servicemen while overseas. We're about small business. So when you think of Chase, don't think of the 2008 financial crash. Think of your local sympathetic small business.
Flower delivery.
Yeah, guys, we're good on flowers for a while.
Second hour, ROTC. Thank you for staying with us. We appreciate it. And if you really, really appreciate what we're doing, well, that's easy. All you got to do is sign up on Locals or Patreon. Just below, wherever you're watching the show below, you can sign up for either or $7 a month, and you really do help us keep doing the show. And by the way, I know that there's yearly discounts now both on Patreon and on Locals, which I set up on Patreon too. Patreon does a if you buy you could buy it. You could buy a year now ahead instead of paying monthly. I don't know if it's activated yet. It should be activating soon, where you could just pay for it a year and you get like a discount.
Have they not ever done that?
It's pretty new for them now.
That's weird. That's like such a basic thing.
Well,
You'd think Patreon would have.
Well, it's just because they switch. Remember the thing with Patreon? They switched their payment processing, and now they could do it. It's just the way they did it before. They just couldn't do it the way it was set up. But either way, you know, we really appreciate anyone that signs up. You guys are the best. Here's Elizabeth Warren having a cope session, which, by the way, a softball interview talking about Biden's mental decline.
Do you regret saying that President Biden had a mental acuity? He had a sharpness to him. You said that up until July of last year.
Yeah. You know what's happening with a lot of these lefty podcasters? A lot of them
losing money.
Well, no, that's part of it, but a lot of them are pissed because you know what's happening with the left right now? It's like the Bill Maher stuff like that. What's kind of happened with us on the right, where we were just like, we started attacking these fucking neocons and Dan Crenshaw and all these assholes that were making us look bad. You know, it's like, you guys suck. You do not represent us. The left's starting to have that too now, right? Where you're seeing them coming out and being like, no, you guys fucked this up for us. Not that I even agree with this guy. He's probably a lefty idiot. But my whole point is, if, let's say you believe what he believes and you want to win an election, they're like, what were you doing, you fucking idiot? You made us look like complete buffoons, you know?
Yeah, no, exactly.
It's like when the Libertarian Party ran boot on head guy. It's like, really, guys? You want to be taken seriously? For real?
Oh, Vermin Extreme.
Yeah. You want to be
Vermin
taken
Supreme, yeah.
Oh, Vermin Supreme. Sorry.
A pony for every house.
I said what I believe to be true.
And you think he was as sharp as you?
Did you see that?
Whoa.
Did you see that?
That was panic.
Did you see? No. That was a skin suit. Try not to let the lizard out.
Well, no, but that's what I mean. It was like, what do I?
The body
just
language.
Can't be human.
The body language was insane.
It does look like a
Look at her
glitch.
fist. Look at her fist. Look, she's like balling her fist and just cringing. Look at her.
I don't know why they don't just put some of these old fucks out to pasture. You're at retirement age. You made enough money insider trading.
That's insane.
I said I had not seen decline.
Uh-huh. Look at Did you see him? Okay, look.
That's really funny. That was like a Zach Galifianakis
Yeah.
like move.
By the way, this is a friendly interviewer. I want to keep this in mind, okay? This isn't like Tucker interviewing her, you know?
Is it that friendly though? Because again, I think some of these young bucks have had it with the old
Exactly.
fucking guard, and
Yeah.
I think they're like, let's fucking clown on these fools.
Yep.
And I hadn't at that point.
You did not see any decline from 2024 Joe Biden to 2021 Joe Biden?
Not when I said that.
Not when I said that, conveniently. But I was just having a beer like any other normal person in my $50,000 kitchen. So I don't know. My refrigerator's worth more than most people's houses, so I don't really get a
I'm not getting what
concept
you're-
of what you're talking about.
You know, the thing is, he was sharp. He was on his feet. I saw him live event.
By the way, I love that like the bare minimum of being alive was enough for him to be sharp. He was on his feet. Okay.
Yeah.
I had meetings with him a couple of times.
So were White Walkers. Like that doesn't mean they should be the fucking president.
On his feet is not praise.
Okay. I don't know.
Okay.
All right, look. I'm sure he's a lefty idiot, and I probably disagree with everything he believes. But thank you. Fucking thank you. 'Cause that's what I was like, please, what?
Is not praise. He can speak in sentences. Is not praise.
All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. Look.
What? Wow.
The reason that she's stuck between a rock and a hard place is because many moons ago, she said that Biden was just 100% sharp, but then she also had to back Pelosi when Pelosi said Biden needs to be replaced with Kamala. So she's backed both sides and thought she was going to come out on top. But instead, since their person lost, you lost both sides. Now your own people are like, wait, you saw this and you didn't say shit? What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, what, are you serious? We could have, even Clooney came out, and I hate Clooney, but even Clooney came in now and he's like, yeah, in hindsight, we should have had a primary. Like, what were we doing? You know?
Well, of course, yeah. And I mean, look, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if they're on the same team or not. Fans are going to get mad when the coach fucks up.
You know why they didn't do a primary is because of RFK. That's the only reason they didn't do a primary. He would have beat them, or not, if not beaten them, hurt them enough. You know?
It is. The question is, what are we going to do now?
Okay, I guess we're going to ignore that. What are we going to do now?
That's it?
First off, here's how you fix things I don't know, maybe this is crazy. You start by taking accountability, right? And going like, man, I was wrong. You know?
What is that?
Well, it's a woman, I understand. What account of what?
Man, you know what? You know what I think? I think all the Democrats need an accountability buddy.
They do. They do need an accountability buddy. I 100% agree. But most of them do have AIPAC people. So that's their accountability buddy.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Did you see? Oh, this is great. Rogan and Tim Dillon just dunking on that Douglas Murphy guy. It came across my feed, and I was just dying. So you know Douglas Murphy, Mr. Like,
of course.
You've never been to space, so you can't talk about the stars. You've never been. So,
have you been there?
Right, that's a good point.
You haven't been?
By the way, how is he in all these wars? Can I just go to wars? But
I mean, it's a valid question.
Yeah, can I just go?
By the way, how are you allowed? Are you allowed to just go to wars? Is
You
that the way?
haven't- you should at least
Can you
have
just
the
go to
courtesy of going
Can I just go to
bro
wars, or do I have to come back and say what people want me to say about the wars? Can I go to the wars and have my own opinions, or do I have to have the opinions?
Not if you want to go back.
That's a good answer. He's right. You could probably go one time.
That was very funny. You could do it. It's like, you remember when Daffy Duck would do shooting himself in the face and go do the trick once? You can do it once.
That's right. It's very interesting, this war tourism. How do I get on this war tourism?
Yeah.
I'd like to go to the Ukraine. I
You
want to
should
go.
go.
I want to go. I want to go to all this war tourism.
Do you have any awards that they can melt down and make bullets out of?
Joe, think about this. Do I seem like a guy that has a lot of awards?
Fair.
Didn't you get one of those YouTube plaques when you hit 100,000?
I don't even know where they send it. I don't know where they're sending those YouTube plaques.
We've got a few of those.
But I like this idea
We'll
of
give you
war
one of ours.
tourism.
You can
I like
send
the
them.
idea of going to a war and then coming back having a very black and white view.
Yes, I've been there.
I get it, and I know, and interesting. Okay, I like.
Yeah, he went there for a weekend, so he's Douglas Murray's got the whole
He's
war
an
figured
expert.
out.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. I
Well,
love.
not to mention, it's always funny because these guys that are in bed, like, you know, that they send and fucking, you know, in bed with these guys, they only show you what they want you to see, too.
Of
So
course.
it's not even like just you being there doesn't mean anything because the U.S. is going to like trot you around and go, look, we're kicking ass. And you're like, oh, cool, man. And then you just go back and you're like, we're kicking ass.
Better than the other people.
Well, of course, there's a lot of people. It gets very murky. Most people I know that have been to war have a very murky, complex view of things. But it is good to go to a war and then come back and be as sure as you were before you came.
You don't have to go for very long.
No, you go for an hour.
Couple hours.
It's a lunch.
Yeah.
It's lunch on
Put
the
on
front
a
line.
flak jacket.
Lunch on the front lines. It's
I just love how they're shitting on this guy, man. Like, I guess Douglas Murray ain't coming back.
Well, you know, it's funny because him and before this whole thing, him and Rogan were kind of friends. But you know, I mean, if you watch, and I watched a lot of that episode because it's fucking wild to see somebody like this Douglas Murray guy, and he wasn't just being disrespectful to Dave Smith, right? Because he was. But he was being disrespectful to Rogan. Like, the interview...
That's, that kind of doomed him.
Yeah, the interview started with him saying, like, well, how many people that believe what I believe if you hit on? And it was like...
To be fair, he did
hold up.
start by yelling at Rogan. And it was like, yo, he invited you here.
It's like, hold up a fucking minute. You know what I mean? Like, relax. And that's... he's... Again, whoever is giving him money now or giving him opportunities now must be a pretty big person because love him or hate him, you don't burn down the Joe Rogan bridge if you want to be if you have that bridge, why would you burn it? You understand what I'm saying? Like when you have a book,
that would be like if we got invited on Rogan and the first thing we did was like, yo, first of all, bro, you're a fucking idiot for like Brendan Schaub and this and that. What the fuck, dude? Just like yelling at him.
yeah, you don't burn that bridge. If you have an in already, I'm saying don't burn that bridge. Right? Why would you? It's so stupid. Like, oh, I'm gonna burn. So, what's the other side of this? Because it's not that he was even different. It's like he was being actively hostile towards both of them. And even Dave was just like, dude, we're fucking chill. Like, we're just talking, you know? And he became, you've never been. If you haven't been there, you don't know what it's like. You know, how would you, I'm so much better than you. Shut up.
Yeah, and the accent didn't help.
No, the accent absolutely did not help. This is Nancy Mace getting yelled at by a YouTube trans individual.
Does your husband call you babe? Okay, so even better. I don't care. Okay, so I would like for you to apologize because that is derogatory. And second of all, is tranny derogatory?
Whoa! The voice changed. Did you see it go trying to do the girl voice?
Yeah, when they
Did
get
you
mad,
see
it's
that?
hard to.
Well, yeah. Lay off me, I'm starving.
Of course the fuck I do.
Whoa, what happened to the girl voice you were trying to do earlier? What happened to the girl voice? Nancy Mace, can I say something about Nancy Mace? Nice rack. Not a great butt.
No.
Not a great butt. Kind of flat.
And kind of an annoying attitude.
Yeah, well, it's a woman. I mean, come on. Baseline, we know. But even for a woman, I know she's a little more annoying. But
Yeah, she's extra annoying.
yeah.
If that's derogatory,
Is she picking up a potted plant? Were you going to hit her with it?
Yeah, can you please not make Nancy Mace more of a victim?
Okay,
Please.
This was good. Did you see Rainn Wilson on MSNBC?
No.
Okay. Okay, just watch. Just watch this. By the way, Rainn Wilson, of course, he's a lefty, but he's also come out very recently and been like, why does Hollywood always just dunk on Christians? That's kind of messed up, you know? So check it out.
40% of Americans don't trust mainstream media. Why is that? How did we get here?
Listen, we are seeing a huge loss in trust of all of our institutions. It's the media, it's medicine, it's banking.
And of course, it's the children who are wrong, correct? No, but that's what we're about. We're
We're
to
still
hear.
doing that. We're still doing that.
We're about to hear it's the children who are wrong. Hey, listen, what's the point of having a Honda if you can't show it off?
It's a huge problem because when you think about democracy and all of these pillars, they need to stand tall.
Okay, first off, before we continue, I need to know something. What is that painting? Is that a monk? Is that two monkeys holding sausages?
I think there's two monkeys holding cucumbers or
Yeah,
some
I was
kind of-
gonna say, yeah, it looks like two monkeys
Mm-hmm.
out on the town in their Sunday best, enjoying
Anthropomorphic
a
monkeys.
enjoying a refreshing summer cuke.
Okay.
I just thought it was a portrait of Don Lemon and Joy Reid.
Okay, see that?
Christ, dude.
It's wildly inappropriate.
American
They need-
Gothic.
To stand tall. They need to stand strong. And sort of losing that trust is not by accident, it's by design. If you remember when President Trump was running the first time, Steve Bannon once said the goal is to blow the whole thing up.
Yeah, agreed.
Yes.
And so I think that
because it was rotten to the core.
You've got mistakes made or things starting to slip while at the same time there's a concerted effort.
Oh, Miss, did you see undercutting their thing? They undercut their thing. Mistakes were made, but also it's a concerted effort
To destroy the media, because the media, the news media, is, in my opinion, the last line of defense of holding power accountable.
No, it's not. It's podcasting and Twitter now. Out of the way, old man. We don't need you anymore. See, that's the issue. The moment that every individual person could fact check anything like this, and the moment that now the censorship has kind of been pulled back on a lot of them, because Zuckerberg was literally cucked into it because he didn't want to get arrested. You know? No cap, dog. I'm doing MMA now. Okay, Zuck. Yeah, we know what's really happening.
Yeah. It's just like, I'll play ball.
Yeah, whatever. We got it.
Right? And you had a bit of a perfect storm, right? President Trump won, and tons of people were shocked or angry or frustrated, and they're
but the majority of them got what they wanted.
Tuning out. And at the same time, you have the Elon Musk media machine because they
Elon Musk media machine. Twitter is one site.
And it's completely user based.
Yeah,
Don't
there's
give
no
him another retard nickname.
Yeah.
They want you to leave traditional media, and they want you to go to X, which is a
Yes, you should. You should. I don't even like Elon, and you should. Because at least when I go on X, I get my news so much faster. You know I'm right. You get your news immediately. You get your stuff right away. I don't have to fucking wait for some anchor to tell me what they think of it. I can see the live fucking shootings right now if I want to. X is a new live leak. We all know that.
bastion of misinformation where there is no fact checking. So it's a perfect.
It literally has a built-in community-based fact-checking program that cites sources. What are you talking about?
Yeah, and that seems to work.
It does. Listen, again.
Community Notes is probably the funniest way for people to get corrected nowadays.
Community Notes is one of the funniest things that's ever happened. Because, again, we did a monkey paw. I did a monkey paw earlier. I got another monkey paw for you. Okay, we're going to stop misinformation, but you're all going to look retarded. Congratulations, Community Notes. Have fun with it. You wanted no more misinformation. The problem is now when you have people going like, no, actually, Kamala did say that, and here's a video of the Community Notes. Here you go. And you can't hide it anymore. Because the mainstream media, as we've always said, is they want to curate and censor, like you were saying earlier, Marsh, about like if the war journalists to go over, they only show you what they want you to see. With Twitter, you can't really do that. Like, it's just out there right now, and you're looking at it, and you're going like, but no, you said this, but you tweeted this, but you said that over there.
Big storm of people saying, I'm angry, I'm frustrated, I'm tuning out, I'm disconnecting. And then you have a force pushing it. But even in the last 2 weeks, what we need to do is just cover what's happening in America, right? We have to. to cover.
Wow, I gotta
Democrats
say,
trying
Dwight's really adding a lot to this
No, no.
conversation.
You'll see.
to figure out what their lane is and how they're going to get back on their feet. And we have to simply cover what this White House is doing. And I think if we do that, right, there's that saying, you know, trust is gained in raindrops and it's lost in buckets. And it's not yes, you're not incorrect that the media has lost trust.
This is where I would push back. When I see this kind of insight and passion being directed at the current administration and the lack of this kind of insight and passion being directed at the previous administration, where, again, I'm not talking about you, I'm talking about left-leaning news media organizations were kind of like, la, 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 everything's fine, look, the environment's, look, the economy's great, la, 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 immigration's not that much of a problem, and really being Cleopatra, queen of denial, thank you, boom.
Problem is they don't want to lose forever, and this
Of course not.
They're not coming out. I don't think any of these people are coming out of it sincere because they've actually changed their minds. However, they are going like, we're going to have a problem. We have a PR issue right now, okay? And I'm not talking about Daddy Yankee.
Yeah, we have to dial back the rhetoric.
Yeah, you guys need to fucking chill. Listen, Trump's not going to run again, no matter how much he said. By the way, he's only. If at this point you don't realize he's doing it because to piss you off, you're stupid. We know that, right? Like, we know what's happening here. Because this gets you guys just riled up and angry, and then he's going to push 53 more executive orders through, right? So I think it's funny. I think it's funny. I don't think he's really going to run again. I think he's just doing it because it's funny to piss people off.
God, I hope he does.
I know.
It would be
Also,
so
it
funny.
also would be
It would
funny
be
if he
so
did.
funny.
Don't get me wrong, but I don't think he is. However, they don't know what to do. So you can't run again on not Trump again because you're not going to get Trump again. You have to run on, okay, who's next? Is it Gavin Newsom? But is it Gruesome Newsom because he's doing fucking podcasts now? You think, I don't know, man. You guys got a big issue. And half of you, to be fair, have been doing the Bill Maher where they're like, look, I don't like what he's saying, but I also, this is fucking getting crazy. Like, get the fuck out of here, you fucking retard. Stop. And they're seeing that all this shit's dying, dude. And I knew the pendulum was gonna swing back, but it's swinging back pretty fucking hard, dude. Some of the shit people are saying now is back. It's getting real spicy again.
I'm kind of shocked, frankly, at the discourse. It's very
Spicier than I
fun.
would have expected it to. Even Facebook and Instagram now, because they did change. When I used to go on there, we would make fun of like the sloppers or whatever and shit like that. We used to get like community noted for making. Not anymore. Not anymore.
Bro, that clip.
Yeah, not anymore. Yeah, you can do it. One of our clips went viral on Instagram. It was that one, Ashley won. Yeah, one huge bitch. That one has like 190,000 likes. It blew up. I don't know why on Instagram. So you saw
Like
somebody suing Theo Vaughn for like 30 mil.
What?
Okay. So what do I? What is he asking for?
So he's making some pretty egregious claims in there. I mean, he goes into there's a lot of TMI really about his other cases and his other legal trouble that's going on, but then he pretty much does some type of algebraic equation that gets to a demand request somewhere around $30 million. I think it's around 29,750,000, something around those damages. He's saying from YouTube and Instagram views.
Well, what do I do? I must have to work. I mean, do I have to work forever or what?
I mean, it sounds like he's claiming you've already made this money. So the question is, what have you done with all that money?
Dude, what is he talking about, dude? I fucking I drive a Ford Ranger.
I love Theo. I will always love Theo. I drive a Ford Ranger, man.
He's saying you made all this money off using this deep fake of him. You've stolen his
What was he talking about? Someone give me more info on this.
valor, so to speak.
I didn't make
sold
it.
His name.
Look into this.
He's
Sorry.
saying it's a mother. Oh, no, you're all good. Yeah, he has this whole kind of outlandish theory that you have a fake identity daughter account where you made this to then repurpose it to then post on your YouTube and without having to be the point person that he could go after.
Wow.
It's like a 30-page manifesto complaint. He's doctored up from this federal penitentiary.
Hold on. Let me see if I can. In the comments, it's
Oh my God, Royce.
Yeah.
Oh my God! If I'm right here, when I look
It's
up
about a
Theo Von
deepfake.
lawsuit, Luis Miguel. I think Luis Miguel of Ahora Te
No, that
Puedes
can't
Marcar
possibly be
fame.
because the person he's talking about is in jail.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I don't think Luis Miguel's gonna fight. I did see the Theo Von. Oh, can you send me that anyway? Because it's funny. Have you seen
Yes,
the Theo
of
Von deepfaked over Luis Miguel? Mersh, it's
No.
one of the funniest. It's so for no reason. I don't even know why.
Oh,
this is
I guess you know what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
Is what I'm seeing, and I can't confirm it, but they're talking about Kai. The
They're talking about what? Sorry.
See, I
Kai-
found that too, but that was from 2023.
Oh, was
Is
it?
that still happening?
I don't know. Maybe.
Jesus, why? A lot of people out for Theo Von. Holy fuck.
He's such a nice guy,
nice
though.
guy.
He's even nicer than Dave Landau.
Yeah,
notorious,
which is-
notorious nice guy.
Which is a high bar.
He's killing it. I love putting Theo Von in anything. Hell yeah, Theo.
Okay, it is still Kai the Hitchhiker. I've got a.
It's the guy the smash guy.
Currently in prison. Currently in prison, still trying to sue him over that deepfake. Over a deepfake.
Yeah, I don't think that's how.
What is he gonna do with the money? He's in
A
prison.
commissary,
forever.
dude. 30 million in commissary.
All right, I got a new one for you. So we talk about how everyone says they're autistic now. That's a new thing. Specifically women. I think women fake autism more than men. I'm not saying there's not guys who pretend they're autistic, but it's mostly women. We would agree with that. I mean,
yeah.
Is that,
Guys
is that
don't have to pretend.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. So this guy has a channel about it's not the one I know. There's one you cover, Mercer. This is a different one that came on my timeline. It's about his autistic wife. All right. This is her explaining what she told her first boyfriend because, and she, again, she's blaming her autism for this. Okay, she has autism. Here you go.
Okay, wait. Say again what you just said.
We're recording. Okay. Yeah. I was talking about my first boyfriend and how I had a sit down with him. This is the guy that I lost my virginity to, and was like, yeah, if you want to be serious with me, I need a weekend where I can go have sex with someone else so that I don't cheat on you when we get married.
She's autistic, Mersh. You have to remember. She's not a whore.
Okay.
She's just autistic.
It's weird.
Because I'm always going to wonder what it's like with someone else.
How did he take that?
Not very well. I mean, he still stayed with me.
Homo.
He just
Jesus.
I guess didn't understand. Because my idea was I'm going to have sex with someone else. I'm going to come back and be like, it's different with you. I think you're the one. And he wouldn't let me have that experience.
He wouldn't let her have that experience, dude. That's fucked
You know,
up.
he just sounds like a real selfish guy.
What a selfish dude he is, you know?
Asshole, man.
You told him that in order to not cheat on him long term, you needed to cheat on him short term.
No, it wouldn't be cheating because he'd give me permission.
But he said no.
You never understood why he was confused?
No, but you pointing it out to me now, I get that. Drawing the parallels, it's kind of like
You're way too ugly.
I mean, maybe. I don't know.
You're way too ugly to be this entitled. Honestly.
Yeah, she really thinks who the fuck she is.
But again, everything's autism now. But man, when I was a kid, dude, I remember autism was you were a quarterback's kid and you were nonverbal, you know?
Yeah, and you couldn't make eye contact.
Yeah, and now autism's just you collect Digimon.
Yeah.
It's that's it. That's autism.
Now you just like Pokemon, but you're a whore.
Yeah, no, seriously. No, exactly, you know?
pointing it out to me now, I get that. Drawing the parallels, it's kind of I either cheat now or I cheat later. There wasn't a no cheating clause.
Everything is an excuse. They use autism as an excuse, and if they don't claim autism, they claim that their ex was a narcissist. That's the other one, you know. Mersh, don't worry. You need to feel I know you're worried about flying lately because there's been a lot of accidents, okay? And we had
A lot of poopy diapers too.
Well, what I meant more is like planes hitting helicopters. But poopy diapers are bad too. Do you want to see a video of just like a total normal pilot for like Delta?
Oh no.
No, do you want to see like Merce, do you want to see like total like awesome video of what it's like with like a female pilot from Delta?
As long as I'm not on the plane, sure.
Yeah, here you go. That's the problem. You never know until it's too late, until the cabin door is closed. You don't know that you have a female pilot, bud. That's the issue. That's the issue. Spend the day with me 5 a.m. to 5 p.m. Wake up. Skincare and makeup.
That's important.
You're flying a plane. The only thing I want my pilot to do in the morning is to make sure he's not hungover or too hungover. I don't even care if he's a little
Too
hungover.
hungover. Yeah, as long,
I don't even care.
And if he needed to have 1 or 2 drinks before the flight to shake that off, that's cool.
And the only grooming I want him to do is a mustache comb. Because he's going to have a mustache. Because that's my pilot's going to have a mustache. Get dressed. Oh, did you know they made pilot costumes in Slut?
I mean, nice.
I guess they make... No, listen, we would. Listen, have sex with her? Yes. Let her fly a plane with me on it? No.
It just cuts to practicing before work, and she's on the computer playing Flight Simulator, and the plane's just barrel rolling on the ground.
$5.50, get dropped off at the airport. You mean take an Uber? $6.10, walk to the gate. $6.25, get to the plane. What does this knob do? LOL. No, I'm kidding.
That would be really funny.
What did this knob do? LOL.
Or how about the infamous I don't know, we'll check.
Yeah.
Remember when the chick
Yeah.
hit the fucking wing on the ground and they were like, "Oh, we saw sparks. I think you hit your wing on the ground." I'm like, "No, I didn't feel anything, but we'll check."
I don't think I can fly today. I'm just feeling that breakup too much. We're in the air. We're in the air.
Yeah.
Oh, God, imagine she's crying over her boyfriend in the cockpit. You're like, oh, God.
This is a flight from California to Hawaii, and you decided to tell me this when we were halfway there over the Pacific? Really? This is when you're going to tell me? You're going to break it to me? 7 a.m., set the plane up to fly to Baltimore. 10 a.m., get breakfast/lunch in Baltimore. Get the plane set up to fly to Atlanta. 1:45, pre-flight to fly to Palm Beach. 4:15, get to Palm Beach.
4:26, crash on the tarmac.
Fly-by-wire was a fucking mistake.
4:28, explain to the police that you only did this because your narcissist ex-boyfriend wouldn't stop calling you. Accuse the first responder who's attending to the plane you set on fire to gaslighting you.
Yes. The next morning, 9 a.m., sue the company. Sue the airline even though you fucked up.
You think she's fucked in the cockpit?
I mean, I hope she has.
That's her flyboy name. Like if she was in Top Gun, she'd be called Cockpit.
Cockpit.
Yeah.
She's the cockpit.
Why two queen beds? If you're alone, right? What are we doing 2 queen beds for? Is one bed for fucking and the other bed for sleeping?
Yeah, a lot of times that's the way to go, right?
Yeah, no, it is.
You don't
true.
want to sleep in the fucking bed.
No. You don't want to accidentally sleep in the fucking bed. No way. Well, Mersh, have an update. That was Delta. So why don't we...
Oh, wait, wasn't there some Delta news?
Yeah, why don't we see how Delta's doing?
Flames erupted from a Delta plane at Orlando International Airport.
Okay, somebody take that last video. It's on my Twitter. And intersplice it with that same
With
music,
this one?
but with this video. Just the spots, please. For the love of God.
Airport today, forcing passengers and crew to use emergency slides to evacuate. The
Well,
Delta
you know
flight-
what? But at least it happened at Orlando, one of the most smoothly running airports I've ever experienced.
That's actually probably why John had missed his flight. Now to think about it.
Yeah.
Was getting ready to fly to Atlanta when flames erupted from the tailpipe of one of the.
Yeah, that's because I had my mixtape on there.
Bro, this would be, even if it happened on the ground like this, I would be freaked out all day.
Yeah.
I would be like,
yeah.
jeez.
Oh, you're right. Even not in the air. Now there's a fire, you're in an oven.
Well, no, I mean, they got out quick. It's not like the fuselage is on fire. I would be freaked out because I would be like, holy fuck, that could have happened 25 minutes from
That's
now.
a good point.
That is like, but even then, I would still be like, freaked the fuck. I would be like, get me off this plane. I need a cigarette and a drink. I would be smoking on the tarmac and I would be like, fucking write me a fine. I don't care. I don't care. I'm not waiting to go all the way to the parking lot to smoke. I would be so rattled from this.
Plane's engines. All 300 passengers and crew members evacuated safely. Maintenance crews are trying to figure out and determine what caused the fire. The FAA is overseeing the investigation.
And that's Delta too, man. That ain't even Spirit. Like when I was flying out to Vegas, when we got on the plane, the guy comes over the loudspeaker, gay Puerto Rican guy, the flight attendant, and he's like, "Okay, thank you for flying on Spirit. I hope you have a great flight. Good news, this is a new airplane. The bad news is because it's a new airplane, we do not have the Wi-Fi set up."
Oh, that's always good news.
So then I'm sitting there going like, "What?" And then they go, "But you could download your stuff now." And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm gonna download a movie in 5 minutes on LTE." No, you're right. Yeah, no, you got it. Thank you, Puerto Rican guy.
Or even if the Wi-Fi for the airport you could connect still, like that shit's weak as fuck too. You still can't download fast.
So that's great. So I just sat there, and by the way, Pessy, you'll be proud of me. I played Balatro for 4 hours straight, and I am really good at it. I'm
You
really
understand
good
now?
at Balatro.
Welcome.
Mersh, get into
Balatro.
Get into Balatro, dude. Card game.
Yeah.
Get into. It's
Everyone
on
keeps
Steam.
talking about it.
Dude, I got Norm Poster playing it.
Yeah,
I
Norm
got
Poster
Rose
playing it. By the way, it's just a card game, but once you get into it, oh, it is addicting. It's really fun.
You see those jokers in your sleep, dude.
Oh yeah, I do. You know my favorite is the little half joker. Little half joker.
Oh, buddy,
card.
wait till you get wait. Just wait. I gotta give you all
been playing a lot. I got a lot of stuff
standard
already, dude.
card packs and tarot cards. Very important.
I know. Oh, you don't think I know? I know. You don't think I know? I know. Okay, so this video is agent goes off on Publix employee. What is this? This is
so I thought, okay, so I brought this to you guys. So this is just one of those streamers. I just thought this would be important to you guys because I just wanted to, raise awareness that these IRL streamers now are starting shit in the holy ground that is public.
No, listen, you could do whatever you want.
Wait. Publix in what state though?
We'll find out.
I got a feeling this ain't going to be a Florida Publix because people don't play that shit in Florida.
Okay, let's see if there's any context clues. I haven't seen this video yet. Okay.
What's that? So you already know the drill. What you mean?
None of this.
You know I'm just getting here to get some fruit.
I know, but you know the drill. We've already talked about this before.
I met you?
Yeah.
When I meet you?
Long time ago.
They told him he can't be filming his content in Publix.
I'm gonna get some fruit though.
I know.
You're a fruit.
But do this.
No cap, I probably gave Walmart thousands and thousands of business this month.
Who cares? I don't give a shit. Don't bring your Walmart business into my fucking Publix where my chicken tenders sleep, where my fucking subs go to play with their toys. Do you hear me?
Yeah, and seriously, don't ever compare Publix to Walmart. One is a fucking just an absolute den of iniquity, and the other one's Publix.
Yeah. You saw my Publix. Not all of them have it now, Mersh, but some do. Boris had breakfast sandwiches in the morning.
What?
Yeah, I'm not fucking kidding you. They do breakfast sandwiches, biscuits, and everything in the morning till like, I think 10 a.m. Some of them. Mine has it now.
This might be a hate situation in this particular isolated incident because what I'm noticing from the reactions to this clip, there's half people going like, what the fucking entitled asshole streaming there. He could have just turned his camera off to go buy his shit and whatever. But then apparently there's a lot of people saying that this guy is rude as fuck, this Publix employee. But he's doing his job, right?
I don't care if he's being rude as fuck. I don't give a fuck. It's a private company. They don't have to let you film your stupid shit there. And if you've done other wacky shit at Walmart, if I'm a manager there, I'd be like, you're not doing that in here. We're not going to have an incident on Publix. That's it.
He can do that shit outside. like out in the fucking easements and the fucking sidewalks and shit legally, but any business can be like, oh, you with the camera, get the fuck
If
out.
somebody were to walk into Walmart and take a humongous shit on the floor, it'd be an improvement. But were to take a humongous shit on the floor, right? And then I was a Publix manager and I saw somebody do that. Then I saw that same guy at the front door about to walk into Publix. The very first thing I would do is go, you're not welcome in here. And they don't have to give you a reason. You took a shit at Walmart on the floor. You're not going to be
yeah,
in here.
you're done. You don't get like a second chance here.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what this guy is. He's one of these little content faggots that's going to want to do. Not on Publix. Not on my watch. Nuh-uh.
Just because.
No, we're good on that. We're good. We won't need business. We got plenty.
You don't
Yeah, you're Publix. They don't need. You're right. He is right though.
need
We
business.
got plenty of business.
Bro, he said Publix don't need y'all business.
They don't,
bro.
They don't. They don't. They don't. They don't.
Not your audience.
I have to leave. Let's go.
Not buying nothing from this store.
Good. It's exactly what we want.
That
We want
was
you
the
to leave
point.
and
Yes,
not buy
exactly.
anything.
That's what we want. That was always allowed.
He said, how about like a can you please?
No. Not can you please? Beat
Yeah,
it.
no, this is private property. We're running a business.
Yeah.
Beat it, stupid.
Yeah. Bye. Bye. Go IRL stream somewhere else, homo.
Yeah, I
Sorry.
can't go into I can't just go into any business in my town and start filming and harassing people without immediately getting chucked out.
Yeah.
No, but we've talked about this before. But be
I
respectful.
don't know you,
We talked
nigga.
about it. But be respectful. We don't remember you, bro.
You're gonna call the cops, and then you're gonna have a bigger problem. And if it's Florida, you're gonna have a real big problem.
Oh, he's going, we don't remember you, bro. So this guy asked them
But look,
nicely
why not
the
just- why not
first
just say-
time, and they
Yes.
ignored him
Yes.
and kept going. Oh.
Excuse me.
So this guy is right. If he's already done this once, then this guy definitely is right.
Last time I was, and then you took advantage of it.
Oh, what am I doing right
You
now?
all came in here with the chains and stuff. We talked about this, man.
What am I doing right now?
It's not allowed.
You're leaving.
No, that's the issue.
No. Look, but there's a nice way to say it.
No, but then he does.
Well, I would get fired. That's where I would get fired.
I hate these
Show
cute
me
little
this
games.
skedaddle.
No. Last time we talked about it, right?
But you telling me you don't need my business like you're above.
Yes, I am above you in every single fucking aspect of life. Just to be clear, you're a fucking loser, low-hanging fruit, bullshit IRL streamer that goes out there and says the N-word to people. Oh, you're so edgy. Try being funny for 5 minutes. Just for real. Try. Just try. Shut the fuck up. You guys aren't funny. You're all fucking cringe, and you shouldn't be allowed anywhere near Publix. As a matter of fact, I'm going to call Jonathan Publix and ask him to have you banned from all Publixes across the country. How about that? Now we're in Florida.
Jonathan Publix
I'm calling
III.
Jonathan Publix III. And by the way, even the new ones that are starting to open up in East Texas, you're not going to be welcome in those either. No new Publixes for you guys. Go fuck yourself.
Us, we the ones.
Yeah, this would have
ones-
this would have flown like this. We would have been fine with this a few months ago, but now the racist Publix son is in charge, and that's
Yeah, you don't want that. Yeah. You know that guy.
Make this possible, man. Your jobs don't exist without customers.
They exist without you, though. They exist without you. In the same way they could kick out a homeless guy.
Yeah, I mean it is pretty much. It's if anything, the homeless guy's even less annoying than the fucking nuisance
Because,
streamer.
you know what,
'Cause
'cause
the
you-
nuisance streamer can bring a whole whirlwind of bullshit. Not to mention that people start calling that store and fucking with them. It's
The homeless guy you also have sympathy for a little bit. Where you're like, man, this guy's down on his luck. Poor dude. This guy's an entitled streaming homo who's going in there to make a little more content. And public. Your edgy boy shit is lame. And not that I'm against edgy jokes. Don't get me wrong. I toss around slurs with the best of them. But it's just not even... It's not even funny shit. It's all fucking cringe shit. You guys are low. You guys have never been funny, and you'll never be funny. The fucking days of like doing talks to tech and the N-word when you're live in public, that's so cringe. You guys are fucking losers. Nice little mustache, by the way, homo.
None of those people.
Go do it in
were
a Polk
funny.
County Publix.
None of those people were funny. They were the joke. That's what was funny.
Yeah.
It was fucking with them.
yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm
Someone's
dude.
coming
I'm
in
glad
here
this
lying.
might be a Florida one then because they're representing.
Yeah, this isn't Fish Tank, asshole. This is Publix. Beat it.
The me thing.
Well, I'm not.
Anybody that comes in here.
Check. Let me know if I was a nuisance in any way whatsoever.
Yes, you were. You're annoying me. Can I get in the chat? How can I tell him?
He's about to get me tight, chat. I'm not getting.
Thank you. Yeah, fucking man bun ass nigga. It's a side mission.
Oh, all right, you skinny mustache having homo. Who even is this guy? What does he do? I don't even know who these people are.
I don't know. I'm glad though that this is just out there and nobody really knows who he is, and he's benefited not at all from it.
But he has gotten made fun of, which is great. Honestly, it's a win-win situation. I really don't know who he is. Agent? I don't fucking know. I don't get it. There is a fucking let me grab this video here. There is a fucking menace out there that's going around. Here, check this out.
Some piece of you-know-what decided that they're going to go around last night chopping down trees all over downtown LA.
That's right. If LA wasn't bad enough, the few beautiful trees that they had growing, some asshole yesterday with a chainsaw went and started cutting them down.
Isn't that nice?
For fun. Because, LA.
Wait,
Resident.
It's funny you say that because I have a cousin who lives in downtown LA, and he told me he was walking a couple nights ago and he saw a bright light and could swear he saw George Washington just coming out of an alleyway, kind of disoriented.
No. Honestly, in that neighborhood, it was probably George Washington Carver looking guy.
Peanuts began growing all over downtown LA.
The homeless are so vibrant how they spend their time. It's awesome.
And by the way, they're so afraid to be racist in LA. They'd be like, our working fury is a tree gnome who drinks the inside of its delicious sap to survive.
Anything but
anything
what it
but
is.
like what it actually is.
Over
Bro, I was
downtown
watching
LA.
Dick and Vito show the other day, and they brought up that fucking 1/3 of all the fire department calls in LA now are for homeless people.
Hell yeah. That's cool.
1/3.
But wait a second. What are they putting out? They're homeless.
Oh, they just light dumpsters on fire and shit, and
Russ,
like stab each other.
They're putting out the homeless.
Oh, the homeless are setting each other on fire. I keep forgetting that homeless people just set each other on fire.
Sorry, I would die. I know it's horrible, but I would die laughing if I came across 3 firemen just blasting a single homeless guy with a hose.
Yeah, just kicking it.
Residents expressing frustration.
And then you're like, was he on fire? No, black guy, white diner. We're going back.
Pessy, they spray him with the fire hose, and then when they turn it off, he's got a business suit on.
Oh my god, that would be hilarious. Oh my god, like in the Simpsons episode. Oh god, what was the name of that town where Hank Scorpio lived?
Fuck.
Someone will say, I can't believe I'm forgetting this. Fucking, I'm gonna get yelled at by Simpsons fans. I know it. Jim Edwards gonna yell at me.
I can't believe I can't think of it either. God damn it.
It's Cypress Creek.
Cypress Creek.
Nice.
Thank you. This is how they fix LA. You ready?
Cypress Creek. A tale of one city.
Let's watch something else.
Homer, you're trying to talk us into moving to this place.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Let's watch this.
Look at this place.
LA.
Somebody ought to build a town that works. Somebody did.
Turning the homeless guy into a mailbox.
That was my favorite part.
The
Yeah.
funniest part of that. That's how you fix it.
It makes me so sad that
I know.
like just how great that show was.
Well, this is the other season that was written by, like you said earlier, Conan.
It's called Cypress Creek, a planned community designed for the workers of the Globex Corporation. Cypress Creek, where dreams come true.
Your dreams may vary from those of Globex Corporation, its subsidiaries, and shareholders.
I fucking cannot tell you how much I miss Olsen. I cannot.
Yeah, dude, it's just so soulless now.
I mean, I'm just happy that we had it at some point and we got as much as we did out of it. But yeah, now
Had a hell of a run.
Yeah.
Frustration and anger after someone cut down several trees along Grand Avenue in downtown LA this weekend. Eyewitness News reporter Sophie Flay is live in downtown.
Sophie Flay! Let's go.
Sophie Flay.
We were just talking about her
We were
this
just talking
weekend.
about Sophie Flay.
With the latest. Sophie?
Yeah, Jory, security guards at
Hey, Sophie, why is your dad like a dick?
Is he a dick?
Yeah, known dick.
Okay, I didn't know
buildings
that.
in the area say they have surveillance
Why
video.
does your dad pronounce it Chipotle.
He calls it Chipotle. He actually does unironically call it that.
Of one person.
Yeah, not a joke.
Riding around on a bike, wielding a chainsaw, and chopping down trees.
So he was on a bike. So he was mounted. He was a mounted guy with a chainsaw.
Downtown LA residents are
I
calling
feel like I'm playing Smash TV.
this act malicious.
No, only like 10 people got that reference, but I'm happy the people that did.
No. That was a deep cut.
That was a good game, though. I used to love Smash TV.
That was a deep cut.
I used to love that
It was
one.
fucking impossible.
It was the hardest game in the world. That was a quarter stealer at the arcade, dude.
I remember playing it and then just like giving up.
Yeah.
Some piece of you know what decided that they're going to go around last night.
Who'd you vote for?
Chopping down trees all over downtown.
Who'd you vote for?
LA.
At least 5 trees in downtown LA were butchered over the weekend, leaving residents confused.
What are you doing to your city? I mean, anybody that
Who'd you vote for?
does this is an act of destruction.
Media Musave has lived downtown since
Who'd you vote for?
2017.
I just keep hammering
That's all I would ask.
He's also behind the popular
Was he an
Instagram
MS-13 or not?
account DTLA Insider. At first, he thought these chopped trees were part of a city cleanup.
Start getting pictures from many different people in the influencer space, downtown space. Say
There was an influencer space downtown in LA. Avi, there's going to be an influencer space, you know? You got to have one.
Yeah, every town that matters.
Yeah, LA needs 2 things, needle exchange and influencer space, and there's a big crossover.
did you see what they did last night? And I realized this was a little more malicious than, just the city chopping trees down.
Look, man, I'm just glad they're letting you call yourself Rusev again, to be honest with you. Oh, we saw him. We saw Rusev at the splash pool. He was there. Miro was there.
Yeah, that's right.
With Lana. Dude, he's fucking in great shape. He came back on Monday Night Raw. We should have known it was going to happen, but he's in fucking great shape. Like, homie's in great shape.
Yeah, I knew he was going to come back. Like the minute it was, everybody was like, oh yeah, he was in fucking, I was like, oh yeah, he's coming back.
Yeah.
They were spotted at Grand Avenue and Wells Fargo Center, Olympic and Figueroa, Broadway and Cesar Chavez, and right here at Grand Avenue and 5th Street. According to City Council member Isabel Hirano, this was an illegal act. LAPD Central Division says this tree...
Yes, in LA on the corner of Mao and Che Guevara Street.
Might as well be.
Fucking...
There's a cop in an LA fucking police station right now staring at a map with X's where the trees were cut, and he draws a pentagram with a fucking permanent marker and goes, my God, he's back.
It started like this, then Baby's head started disappearing. Genocide Circus, her responses to his question about Biden is literally Christus Rock joke response about people describing Colin Powell. Genocide Circus, have you ever been to war? Have you ever heard of the wolf cry to the blue corn moon? Have you ever danced with the devil in the pale moonlight?
Jesus.
Genocide Circus, she can't fly the plane, but I'll gladly fill her fuel tanks for takeoff. Genocide Circus, you want to freak agent out? Sneak pork into his food, then tell him after he ate it. Oh, is he one of those Muslim dudes? Dodds Place says, homie straight up said, we got plenty. LOL, get fucked. Guys, thank you so much for listening. If you really liked our show and you want to watch tomorrow's episode, of course, I recommend you head over to patreon.com/we're-not-sorry or locals.revengeofthesis.com.
Don't miss it.
They give you access to everything tomorrow. It's going to be a fun show and half a Friday show. We're doing big things here, guys. So make sure you're there and you're helping us out and you get to have fun with us. That's how we do the show. Anybody that signs up today, a special offer. You'll get what everyone else is getting. Only today. Guys, Nightwave tonight.
We'll be there 10 o'clock somehow.
Virgie, you streaming?
Oh, absolutely. Oblivion Remastered just dropped, and nothing more
What?
fun than day one.
Yeah,
did it really
Pope
drop?
Died.
Yeah.
Okay, so they were like, hey, we're dropping the trailer today, and so they dropped the trailer, and they're like, out now on Game Pass. The Pope died, so we could have Oblivion Remastered.
It was
Thank
worth
you,
it.
Papa.
It was worth
Amen.
Gracias, Papa.
it. All right, Pessy, you're next.
Yeah.
Virgie, you're going to be streaming?
Yeah.
Cool. All right, guys. Daywave tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow. 10 a.m. Make sure you're there. Bye. Love you. Stay back.